Hi there, Wild Sauce appeared, and I apologize if there are a couple of cults. There are a couple of cults in this video. Watch out for them. Name them off, and you get a free. I don't know what's in front of me right now. Danimals drinkable, or excuse me, drankables. Mother. See, that's the problem with me when I'm sober. When I'm sober, I get mouth vomit, not mouth vomit. You see? Word salad. There we go. And don't worry, this sobriety won't last long. I pre-gamed just now a couple minutes ago, and it'll take a while to hit. But until then, you will just have to bear with me. Now, I apologize for you being unable to see the very gritty fucking edges of the sprites, but unfortunately, well, fortunately, I have come upon a brand new format in which to save these specific videos, the ones on Jail Platinum, on Platinum Jail, and we caught ourselves a gold duck. I can't remember for the life of me what I name it. I think, oh, nope, now I remember. Or am I wrong? Oh, I was wrong. I thought it was Splish Splash. Like as in, I was taking a bath on a Saturday night. But no, I made a reference to the thing, to fucking Ernie instead. Which, oh, is this the rare candy that I used to? Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it. I've had to edit down my list. It turns out a majority of the Pokemon that I allegedly carry were post-game content. I wanted to get Spiritomb and Octillery, but guess what? They're locked behind the endgame, and that's another disappointment that I want to point out with Pokemon Platinum is the fact that the Pokemon in it are not so much. So many are locked behind progression. There's so limited quantities of Pokemon in Part 4. Maybe that's just the size of Gen 4? I thought Gen 4 was fairly large, at least for the time. Let me double check. I don't trust my own computer. I do. I just, I just get stuck with having to input your fucking password, and I'm like, wow, if I knew I had to type in my whole password to get nothing done, I wouldn't have done anything to begin with. And that's why communism doesn't work, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joking. I'm a big communist, for God's sakes. Okay, yeah, it's all right. It's fairly decently sized. I want to say maybe. I'm not gonna count right now. Lord knows I'm not in the best of sorts, but okay, I'm just going to compare the scrolling sizes. Let's see. Huh, it looks like it. Okay, yeah, Gen 3 was bigger. Gen 2 wasn't. Yeah, it's hardly any bigger than Gen 2. That's a shame. But it's especially prevalent in Gen 4 for whatever reason. Sometimes I wish that generations would just come out together and that they wouldn't just. It seems like they throw together certain generations. And while I like plenty of Pokemon in Gen 4, once again, like Torterra, Prinplup, Staraptor, Rampardos. To name a few. Oh, and Pachirisu. Sorry, I just want to make sure I was pronouncing that correctly. And I got distracted by the game that I should be watching. By the way, Golduck is not in our party yet. I will let you know when the party starts to change. So this is fairly early on before I end up deciding to go with other things. But yeah, I was Googling. I decided to actually make a fairly solid effort to dig into what's in the back. And yeah, it's unfortunate that Spiritomb and Octillery are locked behind, bullshit. And you know, it's not like those are the only Gen 4 choices. Like, Magnezone is nice, but, you know, you have to trade it. Oh, wait, no, that's the... You can evolve the Magnezone in the fucking factory. I could have gone with I don't care for Tangrowth. I'm sorry. It's like, wow, this is entirely overwhelming and way too late for you to redeem Tangela. Tangela, that's like the Pokemon nobody gave a fucking hot shit about. Has anybody tried to shave a Tangela? Anybody? Nobody has tried in the Pokemon universe. Nobody bothers to. Nobody can? Like, does it have like the world's strongest fucking tentacles / vines? What the fuck? I'm going to text Johnny about it. Just because it's just probably the most worthless fucking Pokemon in Gen 1. Like, next to that, and you know, the garishness of Mr. Mime. That wasn't a fun time either, you know. But no, Tangela had like no value whatsoever. Like in Gen 1. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say change my mind, but that's such a tired fucking meme. And Crowder's such a shit, and I'm not just talking about the new stuff. He was always bad. He was always the fucking worst. I mean, of course they are. All of the Turning Point boys are like, is Crowder? I don't care. Either way, he's a dirtbag, and I feel like that meme is long played out. The only way it works, however, is when you like replace his face with another character's face. It's like, one of my favorites is fucking Dutch from Red Dead Redemption 2, and it says, I have a plan. Change my mind. And it's like, yeah, that's apt. I can't define anything that defines him more than his fucking plans, except in Red Dead 1. Red Dead 1 is weird. I mean, no, I love Red Dead 1. I love it more than 2. In all honesty, the very slim margin. The only reason why I don't like 2 is because it's near impossible to fucking 100%. And, you know, 100%ing it does get very repetitive, and it drains you like a shit ton. Because, you know, there's some stuff in that game that ain't good. You know, like, I don't know, the racing? I mean, it's better than it was in 1. The racing was better than it was in 1, but, I mean, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. The wagon, the robbing wagons mechanic was such a great addition, and then they just gave you the one fucking carriage, what was it, fence. The one fucking carriage fence, and that's it. Who the fuck does that? And what's more is that you can, like, shoot that fucking friend of yours. You can shoot that fucking friendo, and he'll be like, oh, I'm dead now, so this is gonna be inoperative until I come back with, like, a patch on my head. But it's like, oh, but you can't harm anybody who was part of that old ranch that John was a part of for a while. That's such fucking bullshit. I mean, I do like both games, though. Trust me, I'm much happier in a world with Red Dead 2 than without it. And I think that's a good philosophy to have in life, you know? It's like, and it's a good philosophy when, you know, actually criticizing something, is, would the world benefit from this I was about to say person. Got a little too eugenicsy. Woo, lad! But that's what happens when, you know, you're not 100%, you know, on the ball, insane in the membrane, as the lords from Cypress Hill refer to it. One thing that I was going to add to that was how, what I was going to say was, you know, that's a good measure of a piece of artwork. Is the world better or worse because of this piece of art? And if the world hasn't changed, fuck it, it's fine. You know, it fills the void, so, you know, why bother? I mean, once again, if it's not an obstruction, would take away. If something is just there, I say live and let live, man. It's like they say in his Beatles song, live and let live. Actually, Apu, it's live and let die. Oh, whatever. It had a catchy beat. Okay, so I want to talk about, you know, Apu being that Apu shit that sprung up. I think in like it sprang up in like early 2018, which is dated even for this video standards. So I'm allowed to talk about it without seeming dated, and how it's like talking about, oh, it's such a hateful Indian stereotype being voiced by a white man. Ooh. And you know, as somebody whose family is from India, well, some of my family's from India, some is from Pakistan, but oh, there goes a fucking text notification that you guys didn't hear, so that's just going to sound distracting, and I apologize for that. In any case, it's like, I don't think anybody really gave a shit. Like, okay, cool, okay, Simpsons is being #woke for like the first. Stuff like this is just so fucking disgusting, because it's clearly an attempt to, you know, gauge a crowd. It's very cynical because it's trying to appeal to a crowd that you have been irrelevant to ever since the beginning. It's trying to get a fan base that, I mean, maybe a couple of people will come back because of it and say, yeah, but, you know, it's not going to be worth the, you know, it's not going to be worth the attention you're getting. It's not going to be worth, you know, paying people to promote that sort of angle. But the thing is that you don't know. Okay, in reality, markets, here's the stupid thing about the free market, okay? Markets don't work. They are based on, and I'm kicking back right now, so I'm gonna get a lot more echo. The reason why the free market doesn't work is because of its inconsistency. But then, you know, the capitalists, whatever, will say, well, that's the trick though. It's so incompetent, it's so ever-consuming, that it will, not only will it never work, it will never not work. So there's a good medium pace there. It's a very abstract thing, but in any case, the reason why I want to talk about it is because the reason why people claim it works is because whenever it fails, it comes back. But it's designed to fail, and it comes back. And to me, that's like describing, that's like me saying, that's dismissing, like, you know, that sounds like somebody who's got like a fucking television, and, you know, like, every 2 years, it stops working. And it's like, no, it's fine, it'll turn back on again in a couple of years. And the fucked up thing about that, and you know, like, the market's gonna end. That's what that's what Marx predicted. And, you know, while I think that that's an important issue to stress, I also think that it's stupid that because we are so fucking frightened of social policy, that, why'd that Pokemon come out in hearts? Anyway, that we are willing to just let these, first of all, like, this is the tiptoe, this is what starts me out as, like, a soap down, okay? Like, is me saying, okay, if things are going to fail, why don't we create some kind of safety net so that the market won't fail? And then it's like, well, no, that's, you see, that ruins the whole marketplace is, getting involved in it, is, limiting it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm like, it's designed to be broke. You bought a product that defuncts, and when it defuncts, it costs a whole bunch of fucking lives. Like, holy shit, it costs lives. And it causes a whole bunch of shit when it dysfunctions. But even when I was pro-capitalist, even when I was a filthy liberal, I was like, you know what? It's not right that market just dives. That the market can dive like that. Like, it needs to be controlled so that we can preserve fucking life. I thought that was the whole point of living, was to extend and create and improve life. I don't know, I thought that was the plan. I didn't know the plan was to fuck everyone over just because we are afraid to experiment. And I think that's where I cut my hard stance, at least at conservatism. Is because I think that by and large, the conservative ideology to me is we've done great so far. Let's not try. Let's not improve for the fear of ruining, for the sake of inconvenience, at the risk of inconvenience. Let's keep things the way they are. And it's like, and I guess that's the liberal, momentum behind, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And I guess that's the end of the tale. I mean, a lot of people. I know. I'm going over the time, Silas. I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm ranting over time at a video nobody watches. Anyway, one could argue, well, that's the way the free market works. You see, because the free market is the unventured, but it's like, bad things happen during that time. So, it's not all sparkles and sunshine. It's not. We need to work to improve this. So there is something to be gained from, social, social programs at the very least. That was the whole reason why, a lot of the Great Depression cleared up, was because it was like the most diet, trivial, most itty-bittiest tiptoe into socialism. Oh my god, I forgot. Sorry, I picked up my knife. You see, I'm getting hit hard because this is the first time that I haven't been. This is the first time I've lit up since for about a good almost 24 hours. Like, fuck. Anyway, I'm leaving it off here. Sorry, Silas. Good job, audience. You made it to the end of the video. I'm almost desperate enough to ask somebody to subscribe. Not ask for subscriptions. I don't care. I don't care about that. I'm almost desperate enough to ask somebody to comment, just to see if somebody out there, like, say I don't get my book published yet, okay? Like, if somebody just follows to the end of this video where the blackness is, will this tree in this forest where no one's around, will it make a sound? Will you click-clack on your keyboard and let me know? Let me know you're there. Let me know you're there. Let me know. Stay wild.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow.